You know what it is? VIP Saturday, Superstar J.
It's the homie Gray Rizzy.
Yes, man. You know, I'm very excited, man, because I love good music and I love the fan base, man. You know, and we got a special person in the building. You want to introduce him, Gray?
Yo, man, ATL is up in this motherfucker. Actually, I want to
Yes, he lives in ATL,
there's
you know
some
what I mean?
Yeah, you're at home right now. Don't worry, there's a refrigerator over there. You could get whatever the fuck you want, son.
Gray start naming some stores and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God, man. Shout out to Russ in the building, God.
Yeah,
What's up, man?
Living the dream. Can't complain.
Now let's back up a little bit because we do our research up here, and of course it's about the music.
So you know I got to battle you in questions too. So.
Oh yes, you do. I would say that I win a lot, but he usually wins some too. But real quick, tell him what the numbers are. You gotta let him know that.
We probably have. Is it cool for 4 million people listening? Is that cool?
That's good. That's beautiful.
But, you know, we do numbers here, so Absolutely. 4 million. You know, 30% out of 4 million is pretty good.
Now, Jay, I gotta tell you real quick.
Russ said, "Fuck that, something light."
Russ is on his he's on his boss shit.
Yeah.
All right. He did it on his own. He got it out the mud. I tell him what the real numbers are. I don't want to fucking disrespect us up here. We've been working hard.
All right, fuck it, man. 30 million, 34 million people.
There you go.
Shout out to Eminem for making that happen. Paul Rosenberg too. You know what I mean, making that happen. So, you know, explain to probably actually the extra 4 million that might not know who Russ is. You know, let them know who you are.
Yeah. This is 10 years, bro. This is not just 2 songs. This is not just 1 song. This is 10 years. I've been making beats since I was 14. I'm 24 now. I put out 11 projects. None of them worked. So then I started putting out a song every week on SoundCloud for like 2.5 years.
Crazy.
So, yeah, and everything produced, mixed, master, engineered, written by me. So, this is like the real thing. This is really the real thing.
Wow. He just gave me a fucking Russ fact. You put out a song every week on SoundCloud?
Yeah, for like 2.5 years.
Wow. I put out a mixtape every week for a whole like 2 years. That shit was like mind-boggling.
There's a connection here. There's a connection.
Week?
Yeah, every week I did. You got to look at my shit too. You got to study Superstar J. I actually did that and it worked. It didn't work for the first year, but then the second year, motherfuckers was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Mine didn't work either for the first year, but then the second year took off.
Now back to it. Now, how does it feel to build your buzz off fans? Not radio, a fan base.
I mean, feels like the only way to do it correctly. Like, if you build it off of anything else, you're not going to be here that long. So, I'm glad. Like, I'm super proud because, when people kind of find out about me, like, they might come to a show and they're super, super shocked because they're like, these are a lot of people.
Where did they come from?
Right, because they feel like, how do I not know? And I like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you almost feel really, really late. You feel like, how did I not know? What rock have I been living under?
Wow.
And that happens because you see the shows or you come to the show and you're like, yo, like, this is 4,000 people sold out. This is in my city. Like, how did I not know about this? So it's dope. And it confirms the longevity when you have a fan base that buys tickets.
Well, you touched on something real quick. 11 projects are out. You went ahead and put out a song on SoundCloud every week for about a little over 2 years.
Listen, fellas, artists.
There's a lot of people who have gotten the fan base, like their music they nuke it. There's people that come out of nowhere, and the next thing you know, they get one hit, boom, and then you don't know if the foundation is there for the next 3, 4, 5 years. But for you, like you just mentioned, coming into, I walked into a show with you here, Terminal 5 in New York City. Yeah. Now I had already shout to Boogus. I had got your music a while ago.
No way.
Yeah, because in Atlanta everybody fucking know each other. Like,
absolutely.
Shout to my man Juju. He introduced us. They went to school together. But the my thing is, like when there was a point where he's on stage, Jay.
Yes.
And he's taking it in. Pause. You know what pause is. You know about that, right? But he's taking
he said facts.
He's taking in those that love from the crowd. Yeah. And the crowd was going crazy.
And this is real because we behind the scenes, we was in the office. He came in and said that.
Yeah.
I walked right in.
And I'm going to tell you what his comparison is because I listened to a lot of things. I had my head down because I always get my game face.
Get ready for this.
Now, this is the comparison because I had my head down, so I'm just peeping and listening. He was like, I never seen that since Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Wow.
Now,
there's
a lot of people who need an explanation, and I think your talent is on par. I think you're a very talented cat.
Thank you.
But there's people out there gonna be, no fucking way, because I'm one of those guys. Like, how can you compare somebody who is relatively new to a great? Right?
Yeah, right.
But when I saw the energy from that crowd,
I
haven't seen many people have been able to connect with a crowd like that. What do you attribute to that? How do you? What's the, as they say, what's the sauce? What's the secret? How do you connect with these people?
I think the secret is actually like right in front of your face at all times, just being yourself consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do you over and over again, you realize that you're filling a void that's always going to be there in life, which is that there's no other you in the world. No one else can be you. So when you actually do you to the utmost degree, like, you're providing something that's brand new. So, yeah.
I want to ask you now, what song that you really felt that put you on the map? Like, because you put out a lot of songs, but it's a lot of patience.
Is there a number? How many songs in total? Just real quick.
Total, probably like 280, 290.
Okay. And we're looking for that number. What was that one that really is like?
That's the thing I always tell people though. Like, it wasn't one song.
Okay.
It really wasn't. Like, my fans know. Like, radio might think like, oh, what they want and losing control. Like, yeah, that's cool. But like, my fans know when you come to the show, those are not even the loudest songs.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it was just what it was it was a boiling pot. You know what I'm saying? So one of them might have just tilt the pot over, but it was already gonna boil over. It was just literally a matter of time.
So you know what? I need some gumbo. I need potatoes. I need shrimp. You know what I mean? And I need some beef. So you give 3 songs.
That from New Orleans?
I just like to eat. You know what I mean? I'm from Queens, and so I'm from New York. So just give me 3 songs, and then we're gonna go. You know, we got to get to the
from
platinum
the Cajun
record.
part of Queens.
You know what
I mean? Okay. You know, we can do Losing Control.
Okay.
We can do What They Want, obviously, and let's do Me You.
Me and you. That's, you know, we're gonna get to that. That's the money.
Yeah.
Let's get it. VIP.
Yeah. VIP Saturdays. It's the homie Gray Rizzy.
Superstar J.
Now look, Russ is in the building. Call us up 888-742-3345. And I want to be clear about something with you, Russ. Like me, Jay, there's our family over here at Shade 45. We fucking with this Me and You record. This Me You record.
It's an anthem to me. I feel like it's an anthem.
Thank you.
It is.
It's a workout music. I mean, shout out to Milan over there. You know, he gave me the chest bump. Yeah. You better work out with him next to that. But that was workout music right there.
and what it does, the thing about hip hop, and everybody who listens to hip hop, obviously, this is Eminem's channel, Shade 45. We know what hip hop is up here, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop is aggressive. It's very how can I say? Sometimes it could be fuck you
in your face.
Very in your face. I hear a lot of that in your music.
Yeah.
But I think it's for the people who may not know, I think it's very warranted. You came through it. You did a lot. You done got here on your own.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who might say, "Oh, Russ is a little too arrogant"?
Yeah. Mainly like people who say that like don't have confidence.
Yeah.
So like when you don't have confidence, you're super offended by someone who does.
It's low key defensive. Like they kind of look in the mirror.
Let me give them some advice. 10 years, you know what I mean? Then you talk to me 10 years, and you talk when you drop a fucking song every day, every week on SoundCloud, and tell me if you want to be cocky or be confident, overconfident in yourself.
Right.
That's what I tell them.
Absolutely. There's an old interview with 50 where he says something along the lines of like, you have to turn yourself into a monster to do this. Like, as far as self-belief, like, because you have to wake up every day and think you're the greatest thing walking around. And it's like, you literally, there was so many years where I was the only one that did believe in myself.
Wow.
So these people now who say, oh, you're too confident, you're arrogant, it's like, you literally only know me because I am confident.
Mm-hmm.
You only know me because I did believe in myself when you didn't even know who I am. You know me because I believed in myself.
Yes.
So you're not even in the position to speak on my confidence or too much of it or whatever. You shut up and go sit on the sideline and continue to watch the movie.
Continue, right?
Yeah.
Now, being from Atlanta, now, everything's coming out of Atlanta.
Right.
And I'll be the first to say I didn't think you was from Atlanta.
Right.
Now, how do you feel like you being now working hard to be one of the elite artists out of Atlanta? When they saying, yo, Atlanta, boom, 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 now it's Russ,
Yeah.
Russ's name is definitely in that conversation.
I mean, amongst who?
Are you ready?
I'm curious. Who do y'all think mentions me amongst Atlanta's?
I think when people have, and we may be talking a little bit of admin, corporate, when you're in the labels and stuff, but I think people, when they talk about, and just the regular public, don't get me wrong.
I just feel like it's his time coming for this.
When you have artists that are popping out of Atlanta,
yes,
I think you have Migos. I think you have Yachty. I think you have 21 Savage. I think there's a lot of cats. I think you have Jid, who's on his way up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cats, but when you talk about that upper echelon, like Jay is saying,
Russ
is in the conversation.
I appreciate that. I think so too. I appreciate that.
Is that would you call that hard work? You know what I mean? Because I feel like Atlanta, who knows about Russ, they know about him, but commercially, right? Are you ready? Do you feel that time is coming?
Right.
Yeah, nah. I feel like at that, like it's just overdue, and I always like I used to get super. Like, yo, why isn't this happening? Why isn't this happening? But then, like, I just let it go. And when you let the world go, that's when it all comes to you. So, whenever it happens is when it's supposed to happen.
Was it ever a point that you was aggravated? Like, man, I'm fucking selling out shows and nobody's not mentioning me.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because that's just the natural like chip on your shoulder you're gonna have when you feel like you're doing all this big like stuff that the industry or hip hop champions like you see them champion it with other people, and you see like hip hop or the industry or whatever kind of getting like super excited about, you know, for example, someone getting a B on a test and then you're over here getting A's and you're
all
like,
day.
What do you like? What's the issue? What's the disconnect?
Or like you dropping 36 a game and
Right.
motherfuckers ain't seeing you.
Right, but they champion the person who drops 15 because it like looks cooler. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. But I just learned to be like, you know what, whatever. Because that's why I have a fan base. That's why I'm so proud of it. Because it's like my whole standpoint now is like, you know what? You don't have to know what's going on because there's probably 4,000 people in your city who would buy a ticket to know what's going on. So it's whatever. Like when you wake up, but just know that there's a whole party been happening over here. So when you show up, hopefully the music's still
whole
going.
motherfucking party been happening.
Yeah.
Let's get into a record. You know what I mean, off the album.
Absolutely.
You know, now I love that. Now you said the cockiness. Now I love the title of the album.
There's really a wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot of explaining from that. Is that you said, you know, you've been telling everybody I'm gonna blow up.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I feel like I said that too to a lot of people. But you know, it was like, this motherfucker's crying wolf.
Right.
But now the wolf's still alive.
Oh fuck, this really a wolf. Right.
Now, how was that concept? Was it ever a time when you felt like, damn, maybe I won't blow up? You know what I mean?
Nah, I never did. I always literally thought the very next song was gonna blow up, like, or the next project, and it was delusional. But you need that delusional level of you need that delusion because that delusion is what like drives the whole thing. Like you have to literally be the first person to think you're about to do what you're about to do.
Yeah.
So that delusion is what drives the whole everything. So you have to have a delusional level of self-belief.
Now, Russ, I hear your influences. You know, I'm out of Queens, so thank you, man. Our influences, I heard, is Heavy G Unit.
Yes.
And you know, especially the boss Eminem.
Boss.
You know what I mean?
Yes. It's funny, when I was 7 and I was like, my first rap ever I wrote, I was writing from the perspective of being from Queens, because like it was cool to be from Queens, because 50.
Really?
Nah, it's still cool.
Yeah.
Still
Really?
cool.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Damn, man, you was 7?
Yeah.
Fuck, I feel kind of old now.
Nah, but
7 years old.
Shout
Yeah.
out Queens, shout out 50.
Now, what do you feel like the mixtapes was your influence of doing, you know, these songs dropping every week? Because, you know, I feel like 50 did the groundwork of the mixtapes, and then when the commercial came, it was like, yeah, I've been doing these mixtapes and people listening.
Right. Man, the mixtapes, like, it was a learning process, and it, like, after 11, you kind of figure out, like, all right, this didn't really work. Why didn't it work? And I kind of realized, I noticed a trend. When you go on SoundCloud and you see someone's mixtape, the song with the most amount of plays is the first song, and then they all start going down from there. So I was like,
dropping jewels.
I was like, so people listen to the first song. It's just hard to get them to listen to the second, third, fourth. I was like, cool. What if I drop one song albums every week? That's how I looked at it. Because I was like, you know what? They're going to click on the first song, and the first song is going to be the only song. So that's how the approach came up.
It worked.
Yeah.
A lot of people right now are like, oh shit, that's it.
Let me tell you something. I just wrote
That's
something.
the-
I just wrote on my phone.
That's the like real secret in sauce. I've never like told the exact way I came up with the SoundCloud approach.
Exclusive.
That's
well,
the
after you went platinum and say, you know, and selling out shows, you could give something up now.
Absolutely. No, that was really what it is. If you like, I don't care what it is. Like that's how every album, everything works. Like the first song gets played the most because it's the first song. So that, like I said, when you see that, and I was like, okay, it's not that my music isn't dope, because there's songs now from those mixtapes that no one was listening to that get chanted at the shows because things blew up and whatever. So it wasn't that the music wasn't quality, it was that it wasn't being delivered the right way. So like I said, you know what I mean? Do a one song, think of it as a one song album every week, because you know they're going to click on the first song on the album. Just make your album one song.
Yeah,
drop it every week.
I can't forget to shout out Milan, man, because like I said, we was at a show, and I'm looking at the DJ. Milan does it all, by the way.
Absolutely.
Superstar J does it all.
Everybody on my team is 2 other people.
They are definitely pulling their weight in this team. And I'm looking at Milan, and it's like the third song, and he's sweating. He's like, yeah, you got everything. I'm like, this is a real tight ass fucking camp, man. So salute to Milan over there.
Yes.
Quick question, because you know we had some comparisons earlier and stuff. I know obviously the inspiration, Eminem, G Unit, and stuff like that. There's another comparison I want to make real quick.
Okay.
I want to say Kanye, and again, people calm the fuck down. All right, calm down, because I'm not saying he is Kanye, but if you look at greatness, there's a lot of things that are common denominators. at one point, Kanye, you was putting out beats like every fucking every other day for 4 or 5 summers or some shit, and then eventually it clicks.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of production. You're doing a lot of writing, songwriting. You're fucking recording, mixing, mastering, engineering.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? How did you? Is this all self-taught?
Yeah. It's a lot of trial and error. It used to sound really bad. Like,
wow. But the best critic is yourself, because I know if you sound bad and you did it yourself, you're like, fuck, I need to do this better.
But it's crazy because I always thought it sounded amazing.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was 14, the first beat I made, the worst thing in the world. But I was like,
do you still have it?
Probably somewhere. But at the time, I was like, this is the greatest. Like no one could tell me it wasn't dope.
Well, you made it.
When did you start criticizing like, nah, this beat is not too good?
I still literally don't think I ever have made one bad beat. But like when I look back,
okay.
When I look back, I'm like, okay, looking back, yeah, those were shit. But like at the time,
at that moment,
yeah, like I've never sat down and made a beat and been like, this sucks. Every single time I sit down and make a beat, I'm like, this is fire.